Welcome to Soul Knowledge. I'm your host, Rocky K of Tune Into Wellness. We are souls having a human experience, and this podcast is where we remember that. Your soul has lived lifetimes. It has a history, a purpose, and a wisdom that goes deeper than anything your mind can analyze. My work through Reiki, hypnotherapy, past life regression, subconscious healing, and intuitive transformation is to help you not just learn about your soul, but to actually know it. Here I'll be sharing real stories from real sessions, lessons from the unseen, and truth-telling about what healing really looks like. The messy, mystical, holy, human, sometimes hilarious, often uncomfortable, absolutely life-changing parts of it all. And I'll warn you now, if you don't like the honest language or the occasional well-placed F-bomb, this is not the podcast for you. Because sometimes the most spiritual thing you can say is, fuck this, I'm done repeating this pattern. So let's take a breath. Tune in. Let go of what you think you know. And let's drop into the wisdom your soul's been trying to give you all along. Welcome home. Welcome to Soul Knowledge. I cannot believe I'm actually sitting here recording my very first podcast episode. This feels crazy surreal in the best kind of way. I am excited. I'm buzzed, a little bit of nerves, but mostly just grateful that you're here with me. I have been wanting a space like this for so long, a place where I can share the stories, the lessons, the wild soul moments that I've learned in this field. So here I am, guys. I am Rocky K of Tune Into Wellness. And if you don't know me yet, I'm going to give you a little story. I have been in the health and wellness field for over 20 years. And for most of that time, I was on the physical side of things. I personal trained, movement, fitness, all the good stuff. But a few years ago, I was having some physical health issues, knee problems. I've had 2 surgeries since then. But while I was training, I realized at one point that all these people coming in were so stressed. They were tired, they were overwhelmed, and they were so just disconnected with themselves. And the last thing they needed was a harder workout. I mean, honestly, the last thing they need is more weight on their shoulders or another push harder moment. What they needed was space. To breathe, to vent, to cry, to soften. There were days even. People came in and they did nothing but walk on my treadmill and pour their hearts out, cry, whatever it was. And something about that cracked me open. It made me realize I really wanted to help people on a much, much deeper level. Not just with the body, but with the mind, the spirit, and the soul. And that is what led me here. I learned to use the very tools that helped me heal the most. Hypnotherapy was clutch many years ago when I was wildly stressed out and just in a bad place. I was tired. I was exhausted. My husband was deployed and gone most of the time on workups, and my girls were little, and I just felt lost, and I needed some help. At the time, I worked at a gym, and there was a lady that I would help, and she kept telling me that she could help me. And I kept pushing her off because, I didn't need help, right? And I could figure it out on my own because I was just that kind of person. I still kind of am. But one day, she found me in a moment where I was just totally exhausted. And I accepted her help. And I'm so grateful that I did, because not only did she introduce me to hypnotherapy, but she also introduced me to Reiki. She has since passed away, and I do believe she is guiding me on this path, and I am forever grateful. So, in order for me to help people, I wanted to use the tools that helped me the most. And so I first studied meditation. I trained and did a certification. I actually still did that while I was personal training. And then I left personal training and was totally out of the wellness field for about a year and a half. But I knew I needed to get back. I knew I needed to help people and just do something really special in this world. And so I became a holistic wellness coach. And then I came back to the hypnotherapy. I went to the exact teacher and certification that the lady that helped me all those years ago did. And I became a transpersonal hypnotherapist. And I've since then done a lot of other hypnotherapy trainings, and we'll talk more about that as the podcast rolls on. But a transpersonal hypnotherapist brings spirituality into the sessions in whatever way my clients need. So if you believe in angels, we bring them in. If you believe in your grandmother's presence, we bring that in. And my goodness, if you believe in the holy meatball, listen, I love meatballs and I'm here for it. So yeah, we're going to bring that meatball into the session, okay? It's whatever makes you feel safe, held, and at home. And that is what we use. That is what makes the session so much more powerful. My hypnotherapy goes into past wounds, stress, patterns, and trauma. But it also leads you to your soul's inner path, where your mind shows you the exact messages you need in order to heal, to trust, to step into purpose, and to come back into your own body with peace. I really swear I have the coolest job ever. And I think as we go into this podcast, you guys are going to see it and you're going to be like, dang, she is lucky. So what I get to do in my job, I get to help women and yes, sometimes men, the ones that want to come in here and get the help. I am here to help you. We clear out the bullshit that life has piled on them. I help them alchemize their stress, release the old stories, remember the parts of themselves they abandon, and reclaim their voice, their power, and most importantly, their sparkle. So through Reiki, hypnosis, inner child work, past life regressions, spiritual guided messages, whatever modality is needed, the goal is always the same: to guide people home to themselves. And so with Reiki, I work intuitively. And when I say intuitively, I am tuning into your energy, your body, your aura, your soul. And I deliver the messages your system has been trying to tell you. Sometimes the messages are just deeply validating. Sometimes they're little breadcrumbs for your journey. And sometimes they're the exact words your soul has been begging you to hear. These sessions are intimate, they're personal, and they are transformational. And they work beautifully, both in person and virtually, because energy doesn't care about distance. I created this podcast because I wanted to extend this work beyond the four walls of my office. I wanted to reach more people. I wanted to have a place where healing isn't sugar-coated, where we can talk about the real stuff, the messy stuff, the soulful stuff that changes you. I've had so many powerful experiences with clients, with my own healing, with past life work, with spirit, and honestly, it feels wrong to keep it all to myself. I am not a gatekeeper, and I am here to just share all that I have and know. I want to share it. I want you to feel less alone. I want you to feel way more powerful. On this podcast, you're going to hear real stories from sessions. Some might be anonymous or some might be the actual guests here sharing their stories. I'm going to do some meditations, hypnosis journeys, soul lessons, tools to help you regulate, heal, and reconnect. Conversations that help you understand your soul. Insights that help you feel grounded in your body and in your life. And I'll tell you what, there's going to be a whole lot of magic. I'm going to keep it real. Some episodes will be a little woo-woo. Some will be grounded in science. Some will be audacious. Some will be soft. But all of it is meant to help you understand yourself better, your purpose, your path, your emotions, your intuition, and this wild, beautiful journey that you are on. My hope is that every time you listen, you walk away with something, a spark, a truth, a tool, a shift, or just a little more magic for your day, because what's better than magic? So, welcome to Soul Knowledge. I'm honored to be here with you. Let's see where this journey takes us, and let's go find your magic. Thank you for tuning in and for doing this work, not just for yourself, but for everyone connected to you. If this episode stirred something in you, trust that. Share it, leave a review, send it to someone whose soul needs it. Your voice and your ripple matter. And if you're ready to go deeper, to explore your past lives, heal your patterns, reconnect to your soul, or work with me one-on-one, head over to tuneintowellness.com or connect with me on Instagram. Until next time, trust what you feel, honor what you know, and remember, your soul already has the answers. Be bold, be light, be you. I'll see you next time on Soul Knowledge.